Yo, what's going on, y'all? Obi Well here, and I am doing this video here to critique and review the remaster of Metallica's album and Justice for All, whom in my mind is probably their best work, in which they sabotaged by turning then bass player Jason Newsted's tones down to where it made the album sound like a Walkman. Now, I think I'm going to critique this song by song because certain songs, the bass register means different things and has a different feel. So we're going to start with the opening track off of Injustice for All, my personal favorite tune, Blackened. This is one sick. Y'all hear that, right? I got that thing going on, and thunder and lightning's going on. Yeah, Metallica's kicking ass. But back to the song. The overall grade I give on the mix is this would be a B+ at best. This is why I would give it a B+. Everything was turned up and you could hear it fine, and it was perfectly mixed and mastered. But if this is really and justice for Jason, why didn't you add his vocal parts that he does live into the new mix? That's kind of funky. I was expecting more, and I hope that the rest of the album, the mix quality was not like the one that was done on Blackened. Blackened was great. Blackened was awesome. But Jason's vocals was missing to me, and ever since they fired Dave Mustaine, the guitar solos could have been done better. When Metallica fired Dave Mustaine from the band, I believe they suffered a musical vasectomy. Because at this point in time, you gotta see what Megadeth already dropped on the world. Killing Is My Business, the first album after Mustaine's departure. Peace Sells, and I don't need to even go into all that. Peace Sells was well, for lack of better terms, it was a motherfucker. That was just, ew. It was badass on every level possible. And then you had the drug-riddled So Far So Good So What, when Dave took the gloves off and got real nasty with you. I like that. Now, fast forward to Injustice for All's debut and what Megadeth already had on the table. No. There's nothing that you could have done to Justice to make any song on that album comparable to anything Megadeth had put forth this far. And remember, the next album Megadeth put out was Rust in Peace, the greatest speed metal album of all time. Arguably. Some people would say Slayer's Rain and Blood. Others would say Testament's Souls of Black. Nah, Mustaine was pissed off, and he let the world know. But this is about Metallica. I mean, Metallica and Megadeth is like Dirtweed versus Loud. Megadeth being the Loud, or a Budweiser versus a shot of tequila, and Megadeth being the shot of tequila. There's nothing Metallica ever put out without Dave Mustaine could ever top anything Megadeth put out, period. So if we understand that from the jump, we can move forward. Blackened was a son of a bitch, dude. I must have moved the little slider track thing about 5-6 times and just listened to that. I'm like, wow, why didn't y'all do this from the get-go? Marketing strategy? No, that was straight disrespect, not giving Jason the props that he so deserves. Because this is what I think. Okay, Cliff was all right, but nobody turned down Cliff's tones or his registers. Nobody turned that down. But you want to turn down Jason. And then if you fast forward to now, all these Gen Xers, all you know is Jason Newsted. You weren't there when Cliff was kicking ass. So, back to Blackened. Badass. It was aggressively meaner in tone and presentation, and it kind of jumped off at you. If anybody hasn't realized yet, the Remastered came out yesterday. Go to your local record store or go to Amazon.com and get you a copy of the Injustice for All album. Don't cheat, because Metallica will probably sue you, and you'll be stuck back at square one, kicking yourself for not taking in consideration that Megadeth was better anyway. Dude, I'm not trying to pull it. Megadeth was better. Period. Blackened up to the prelude to the intro, the opposition contradiction part of the song. It was mean, and then it was like a pit bull just finally got a hamburger and started eating, and it was congruent. The sound engineering techniques were above mediocre because of their excessive use of that echo effect. I was like, it didn't overpower what was already there. And when I thought about that, I was like, well, if you're going to remix and remaster the album, why don't you do what Dave did with the remix and remasters of Megadeth's first, I believe, 4, 5, 6 albums, and redo the vocals, redo the guitar parts, and use the original drum track as a click track and re-record it. Now, Metallica took the cheap way out. Just turn up the bass. And it was great. I think it would have been greater if that was not a Metallica album. Metallica has a standard, and after Justice, that standard, I don't think, wasn't met until Saint Anger. Saint Anger, they took the gloves off. Y'all don't like Saint Anger. That's brutal. That's the good stuff. But I just listened to Blackened, and I was like, wow. But why? Yes, that's what I would call it. Wow. But why? That was an unnecessary burden for the band to take on. In the wake of Metallica performing in Minneapolis and doing the most shitty performance of When Doves Cry by Prince. I watched that video. I had this irrational attraction to like stab myself in my face repeatedly with an oyster knife. What the hell are you guys thinking? When you cover Prince, Prince is not just Prince, it's Prince and the Revolution. It's the whole band. It's a whole band effort. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, yeah, I can feel you, Lars. I didn't feel like playing nothing like that. I mean, he can play it, but it's not his style. That's like Sean Drover from Megadeth walking in to Rust in Peace and trying to go out on his own with the drum track when Nick Menza already established not only Grammy nomination, but speed metal's superiority. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it. Was Injustice for All broken? When the decision was made for Jason's bass parts to be turned down, yeah, that broke the machine. And now you want to, okay, Jason, come back and we'll give you props. Nah. Blackened was badass, but like I said, I give it a B+ at best. Any Metallica tune from that point on, well, actually, from the point of firing Dave Mustaine on, was going to get a B+ at best, because Mustaine is just that guy to drop it like it's hot. I urge you all to listen to the new Injustice for All remaster. When you do, that down there, like on the bottom where it says like comment and all that good stuff and like and all those, hey, use those drop down boxes and icons to give your opinion of this video. Hey, it's just me, and I know there's going to be a bunch of you guys out there that disagree, but so fucking what? No pun intended. Yeah, if I was a nobody and I heard this version of Justice and this was the first experience of Metallica that I was getting to, oh, you're going to get woke up. You're going to get, oh yeah, it was good. But that shit should have been done from the jump. Wow. But why? Make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you don't subscribe to it, I mean, you can still comment and say what you want, but it is what it is. I'll see you on track number 2, which is the title track and Justice for All. Holler.